There's a lot of other stuff that's been coming up, regulations through the SEC, conversations about healthcare regulations and healthcare policy. A lot of it is pushing the responsibility for cybersecurity past the CISO to
Mhm.
the CEO and sometimes all the way to the board. Have you been seeing more of that or hearing more of that conversation?
You've been in these roles before where you've seen there's lots of companies or the CISO is a bit of a scapegoat, right? And
Hmm.
a lot of pressure falling on a CISO. And there's even plenty of articles that talk about the lifespan of a CISO in any
Right.
organization, averaging roughly, 18 months to 2 years, which I think is an interesting stat. But to see that burden is being now spread out through the organization upward, I think is very interesting because I think there are a lot of boards that I've been meeting with that are taking security a lot more seriously, right? I've been invited to these board meetings to say, can you just educate us on what you're seeing out there and what does our posture look like today and what else can we be doing to invest in the security and the posture of the company and how do we protect the organization? And I think that is a major indicator of boards recognizing that, hey, the buck isn't going to stop at the CISO anymore, right? This is going to hit a much higher level of
Mhm.
management. And I think there's going to be a much broader set of accountability that we're going to see across some larger organizations, especially in the wake of the SEC rules for the more publicly traded companies, right? I think every company I've met with over the past 6 months alone, in terms of board meetings, they're expressing these concerns that, hey, we want that visibility. We want our CEO to be aware and we want to know what the plan is. And so I think that's promising that there's a lot more investment from the boards and there's a lot more attention. But I think it's even leaves some of the smaller companies at a bit of a disadvantage that don't necessarily have those types of resources. We have programs, but it's an interesting discussion, right? Where the buck, I think, always stops with the director.